Hey guys, welcome back to Lick Branch Farm. Today we are out here in what I'm calling the cool season plot, and we've got the chickens out of here. We took the fence down yesterday. We got the chickens out, put them back in the big coop. We got all the poles up, and what we're doing now is going through raking all this stuff up left over from where we spread compost. It was some of the bigger stuff that was mixed in there. Like I said, I don't pay nothing for compost. It doesn't cost me a dime, so I'm not going to argue about what little bit left over when it's incorporated into the soil. Chickens did a fantastic job of getting that stuff mixed in. They've been in here for probably a little over a month, so you can imagine the amount of organic matter has been put into that soil. So what I'm gonna try to do today, if Jace can keep his britches on, we're gonna try to get all of this raked up, get all the rocks out of the way, and I'm gonna get the Super Ray over here, and we're gonna run through it with a disc, hopefully get it turned over a couple ways, or a couple of different ways. And yeah, I don't know what. We got some rain in the area. Matter of fact, it's drizzling just a little bit right now. But maybe we have time to get the get it disced in, get a couple of rows ran. I've got 3 trays of broccoli and cabbage that I need to get in the garden. They're big. They're you know, pushing 8-10 inches tall. They're gonna get root bound if I don't do something with them soon. The weather though has been so funky, man. It's hard to figure what needs to be done. Matter of fact, it's pushing 78 degrees now, and it's gonna be in the 30s this coming weekend. So. The weather's all over the place right now. But we're gonna get down here, we're gonna get this stuff shoveled up. We're gonna get on the tractor, we're gonna disc this thing in pretty good, see what the dirt looks like, clean it up a little bit, get the rocks and sticks out of it, and hopefully run a few rows today. I don't know, maybe we'll get some cabbage planted. So don't go anywhere. So as you can see behind me, we got 5 rows pulled up. I actually pulled up 6, but that 6th one's gonna need some work. It's still a little compacted, but we're gonna concentrate on getting these 4 rows here planted today. I've got 2 trays of cabbage behind me, 1 tray of stonehead cabbage, which is the green cabbage, and then we got a tray of red jewel cabbage, which is of course the red cabbage. But there's 48 plants in each tray, and we're gonna concentrate on getting 24 plants in each row. That'll give us a 2-foot plant spacing, which is plenty for cabbage. But we're gonna go down through here. I'm gonna rake these rows down just a little bit, and we're gonna come back and put a little bit of triple 17 in each row, and then we're gonna pull the tape. We're gonna get the planting. Hopefully we'll get these 4 rows put in today. It shouldn't take long. I got my main man Jace with me here. He's gonna be in charge of things, so if it don't turn out right, it's his fault. Alright, well, let's get to planting. So as you can see behind me, we were able to get 3 rows in. We got 2 rows of stonehead cabbage, 1 row of red jewel cabbage, and we still got 1 more row to plant. But it's gonna get dark on us, and I need to get this other row watered in before it gets dark. So I'm gonna let this one finish up for about 10 more minutes, and then I'm gonna put the hose on this row and go ahead and get them soaked in for tonight. We may or may not get some more rain, I don't know, but I ain't gonna take any chances. The wind's starting to blow pretty hard, but we're gonna clean everything up, and I'll pick this video up tomorrow out here, so where we'll finish up these other rows if it's not pouring down rain, and we'll go ahead and get the broccoli planted and this last row of red cabbage. So we'll see you guys tomorrow afternoon. Welcome back, guys. Well, yesterday I told you that we would be back out here today finishing up on the cabbage and the broccoli. I got 3 rows in yesterday. I still like 1 row of red cabbage, and I still like 2 rows of broccoli to get in. Now, looking at things now, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go take the disc and I'm gonna run back through what's left to plant, and then I'm going to pull those heels back up again with the disc healers, and we're gonna start. I got 1 row that didn't pull up quite like I normally like them to, so I know I didn't get the disc down in the ground deep enough, so I'm gonna run through that one and the rest of it. Probably run the tiller down through there again just to, you know, get everything broken up real good. Pull these rows back up, and then we'll run back down through here and we'll get these plants in the ground. So just like on the other rows, I'm gonna go down through here and sprinkle some 1717, and then rake them in pretty good, and then we'll get to planting this stuff. Alright guys, as you can see, we got all the red cabbage in. I'm getting ready to start on the broccoli, get that done. And after I get done to getting everything in the ground, I'm gonna put the sprinkler on it for the rest of the evening, let it water in. Now we do have some cooler weather coming in tonight. It's supposed to get down to like 42, 44, which I think it'll be okay. It's gonna warm back up tomorrow into the 70s, and then the lows for the next couple of days are gonna be in the 60s. So if this stuff go ahead and get a good root hold, I think we'll be okay. Now we do have some frost warnings in effect, I think Friday and Saturday night, which is a week from now. I'm not too much worried about that as much as I am go ahead and getting them watered in real good and getting them off to a good start. They should be able to take a light frost. I don't know that we're going to get it. It's just they're predicting it, and the weather around here, man, it can change from every day. So anyway, we're gonna get out here and lay this broccoli out, get it in the ground, get the sprinkler set up. I do have some new wobblers, half-inch wobblers that I want to put on this plot, and they're supposed to cover 40 feet in diameter on a 3-foot pedestal. So 3 foot up, they should cover 40 feet. And it's real fine. I know you guys have seen them. The Synergy wobblers, they're supposed to be like a rain-like sprinkler. It should take 3 for this plot here. And I'm gonna get the tape out here when I get done, and I'm gonna drive a rod 3 foot in the ground, and I'm gonna go in a 40-foot diameter and just make sure that it's gonna cover it. That way I know exactly where to set all 3 of these. Now they're gonna be in the center of the rows. I got 4 rows on this side, I got 4 rows on that side. There are gonna be 3 right down the middle, and they should cover the whole diameter of the plot. The plot's 30 feet wide. They're supposed to cover 40 feet in diameter, but I've got to get the 2 end ones in a position to where it covers the last 2 rows, if that makes sense, kind of like a circle. So there is going to be some overspray out there where it won't hit anything. There's going to be some overspray on this side, but to do that, I've got to get them back this far to where it'll cover just the ends of the 2 rows on the outside. And the center row, if it's in the middle, which should be 25 feet, it should cover everything on the outside. So I'm hoping when I get done, I can drive the rod in and I can go in a 40-foot diameter and make sure it's going to cover the ends, and that's where I'm going to put the post for that end, and then I'm going to do the same thing on this, and that's where I'm going to put the post from it. I'm hoping I can go 10 feet in, a 25-foot post, and 10 feet in, and set 3 heads and be able to cover the whole thing. That would be great. So that's what we're planning. But I'm going to get this 2 rows of broccoli put in, and then we'll work on these sprinkler heads. All right, guys, we got everything in the ground. 2 rows of stonehead cabbage, 2 rows of red jewel cabbage, 2 rows of green magic broccoli, and I got 2 extra rows down there I'm gonna put lettuce in later on. I want to kind of give you an idea of how I laid out where I'm going to put these new mini wobblers. I got 2 pieces of rebar drove in the ground. Both those are 36 inches high. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go and I'm gonna put this tape on it. The heads that I got are 564, and at 25 psi, which is the maximum gallons per minute or maximum pressure that I can put on these heads, they will deliver a 39.9 foot pattern in diameter. So what it means is that 40 feet, a 40 foot circle is what they'll cover. So I'm gonna go out here with the tape and hook it on this rebar and pull out 20 feet, and I'm gonna go in a circle around that rebar just to see, make sure it's gonna cover everything when I put it in, and make sure we get maximum coverage for these nozzles. Alright, so on this end we're good. Alright guys, so as you can see by the tape, we get adequate coverage over the entire distance of the garden, front to back, side to side. We'll get a little bit more on the sides than we need, but that's okay. I'd rather have so much out there in the roads and all that than I would be not have enough and things not get enough water. So I'll be getting the parts together to hook those up here in the next day or two. I'm gonna go ahead and water them in with the regular sprinklers today, get it in. It's gonna get cool tonight, so I wanna make sure they got plenty of water, and hopefully in the next couple days they'll get a good foothold, get over a little bit of transplant shock, and we'll get some good plants going here shortly. All right guys, I got the sprinklers going out here. Everything is in. 2 rows of green cabbage, 2 rows of red cabbage, 2 rows of broccoli, and I've got some lettuce up in there that's going to be ready here in the next week or two. They'll go in these other 2 rows, and I've got the fan sprinkler on right now. I did the layout for the new mini wobblers, and I've got a pretty good idea of what I'm gonna need to put those in. I'll start getting materials together sometime this week, and maybe towards the end of the week I can do a video of getting these put in on this garden, and also on my onions and my garlic on the other side. Now, we've got another plot just on the other side of this one where you see that pile of compost. That is going to be another garden the same size of this one, and I'm really not sure how I want to handle that yet. I mean, I could do beans in it, peas definitely. I'm not sure. I've grown purple hull peas there in the past, and they do really good in that spot. But, you know, I've still got all this area up here. Now, I just got all my squash seed in, I got all my cucumber seed in, even some watermelons and some cantaloupe. I got all them in from Hoss Tool. But I've also got my tomatoes up here in the 162 trays. That's going to have to come out of here pretty soon. I tugged on a couple of them last night, and they ready to come out. So I'm probably going to give them another week. And if I don't see to where we can get those in the garden, then I'm going to up pot them anyway. I got some peppers that are getting on up about a foot tall. They need to go in the garden soon. But with this weather the way it is, I really don't want to chance it, especially with peppers. But right now, I'm gonna clean my mess up, get everything put up. I gotta go up here and check for eggs. I got some watering to do in the greenhouse up here before I call it a night. So guys, if you hadn't already, reach over here in the right-hand corner and click that subscribe button. And click the bell notification down below so you get notified every time I put out a video. As always, guys, I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.